What's up, guys? It's Mr. Fit to Flourish, and today I wanted to talk about how we've been eating IWM for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and talk about this trade from today, December 24th, this Christmas Eve, the trade that I took on IWM, and why I took this trade with the Discord, and why I alerted it in the Discord. And this trade went over 1,000%. Okay, so let's get right into it right now. Also, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you like these videos, these breakdowns of how I'm talking about these trades, let me know. Like them, like it up, and I'll make more of these videos. I got some pretty good feedback last time, so I'll continue to do this if you like it up. All right, so the first thing that we do when I talk to my team, so every night I go live on Discord for like hours and hours. But anyways, every night I go live and I kind of tell people, hey, this is what's gonna happen. I already know what's gonna happen. I've been documenting these moves and key levels and just market moves. I've been documenting the market every single day consistently for 2 years now. So I already know what's gonna happen. So the first thing I noticed yesterday was that I drew these lines. I drew this. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. This is the 2-hour time frame. So I use the 2-hour time frame when I am documenting and taking notes. So 2-hour time frame, let me take off this stuff. You already know my indicators, the EMAs, the Saudi ATR levels, and then I also use the volume RSI, my 3 indicators, nothing else. So the first thing I noticed was this downward move. Okay, we're in this huge downward move here. So my bias has recently been bearish bias. So I come into my day trades looking for puts on IWM, looking for puts every day. I'm looking for puts because we're in a downtrend. Okay, so it's higher time frame confluence, HTF confluence, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. All right. So I noticed here that the whole time the volume RSI has been coming down, and then finally, after this oversell, after this overexhausted bar moved to the downside, finally we do have this downward continuation here, but we also on the volume RSI have this upward move. This is known as bullish divergence. Bullish divergence. So if you see this, you see price action is coming down, but your oscillator, so that's something like the MACD, the stochastic RSI, a volume RSI, other oscillators. Okay, so if your oscillator is creating higher lows, but you're getting lower highs on the chart, that's called bullish divergence. Okay, so immediately I'm like, okay, we hit this level 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We hit this 219.29 key level 4 times, and we're getting this downward move, but the volume RSI is coming up. We're probably going to reverse now. So now my bias coming into the day was bullish, and I told the Discord, I say, hey guys, it's been bearish, but look at this bullish divergence. We might start to flip to the upside. We already bounced here multiple times, so that level looks like pretty good support. All right, it looks like pretty good support. So now what I'm going to show you is, okay, cool. I'm going into the day with this bear bias, or sorry, with this bull bias, looking for calls basically, unless something else happens. Okay, so I go into the 5-minute time frame to take my day trades. All right, let's take this guy off of here. All right, so I go into the day, and what happens? So what happens is the previous day we kind of consolidated at the end of the day, and then today we had a gap up above this key level at 221, and we instantly sold off. But what I used to develop additional bias during the day is going to be the volume RSI. I need to see where it is. If the volume RSI is super high here, that's telling me that the up volume, so the buying volume, is big, okay? And if the volume RSI is below 30, really below 50, but if it's below 30, then you know it's really, the down volume is really big. So here, the volume RSI is telling me there's a lot of up volume. So this move downward is just natural selling. We're going to get a pretty good move back to the upside, okay? It's natural selling to mitigate the order imbalance. We had a big gap, so orders need to get filled at every level. So it's just a little pullback. Don't be scared of it. And also, we maintained this structure here. Okay? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through this, tell you how I took the trade, what I was looking at, and then boom, shmoney. All right, here we go. So we had this big move to the downside early on. The volume RSI is super big, so my bias is a long bias. I want to see I want to see a pretty good move back above this 221.71 level, or I want to see some sort of a setup that would indicate that we're going to absolutely rip. So we had this overexhausted sell, we pushed to the upside, and then we had this move back down. At that point, we create a double bottom, okay? We create this double bottom. So pretty good support here, create a double bottom, and whenever you have a double bottom, you have what is called a neckline. What is the neckline? So after this first push, we get a retracement, a move back to the upside, and then the second move means that we have a neckline. The neckline is the retracement, which is right here. This is our neckline. Once we break above that neckline, it's go time. And guess what? We had a pretty good bull bar break above that neckline. Okay? Pretty good bull bar break above that neckline. Now, I actually entered prematurely. I entered after this bar because I saw the double bottom. I saw that the volume RSI was super big. And then my risk was just down to here. So if we had a bar close below this low here, then I'd exit. But I didn't think that was going to happen because the volume RSI is showing that there is massive amount of up volume. Okay? And how do I know that? We're above 70 on the volume RSI. All right? So big move to the upside, and we had a 920 crossover. Okay, 920 crossovers indicate a bullish move is about to happen. A very big bullish move is about to happen whenever you see those 920 crossovers to the upside. So the pink line crossed above the yellow line. All right, so my entry was here. Another possible entry would be here after this bar closes, but it did gap down. Ended up pushing to the upside, rejected that key level, but we held the 9MA and then had a disgusting rip to the upside. Okay, disgusting rip to the upside. And I was expecting a break above this level because we've been trying to test it for the past couple days. And after this break, it just kind of continued. Now, my exit was once we hit this 200 MA because we've been trading under that 200 MA for quite a while, okay? But at that point, I was already up over 178%. So kind of didn't matter. But this actually ended up continuing, okay, continuing into the call zone. We had to push back to the 20 MA and then a rip all the way up to the next key level at 223.52, okay? So pretty good upside move. And just notice how the volume RSI this entire time was pretty big. The volume RSI was above 70. It came down quite a bit, but it stayed above 50. So whenever you're above 50, you want to be cautious of puts. You want to be looking to go long. Even though we pulled back, we stayed above 50. And then you can see towards the end on this big upward move, we had that big rip back to the upside. So what are the main things that I'm looking for when it comes to these day trades? Well, the first thing I'm looking for is where are we on the chart? So I use these ATRs. Below the yellow, it tells me, oh, it's probably going to be a sell. Above the blue, it's like, oh, it's probably good for longs. In the middle, this is the trigger zone. In this zone, it could go either way. Okay, it could go either way. So you just want to be cautious in this zone. Hey, it could go up, it could go down. Next thing I'm looking for is where's the volume RSI? It'll tell me if there's more up volume or down volume, and there's a ton of up volume. So any moves down, I'm gonna capitalize on the move back to the upside. I don't care if there's like a little sell-off. It's not gonna have good continuation because the volume RSI is telling me that price wants to go up. So I don't care about this sell-off. In the beginning, it's an overexhausted bar. Anyways, I'm gonna get that move back to the upside. All right, and then the next thing I'm looking for is my EMAs. Are we trading above these EMAs, and do we have EMAs crossing? If EMAs are crossing, we're gonna get pretty big moves. Okay, so that's pretty much how I took that trade for today. Upside moves. So IWM was at the 220 level. So my strike price was 222. So I chose 222 because it was pretty cheap. They were like 15. I got in at an average cost of 17 cents. Ended up selling up near $47 per share. So or per contract. Picked it up at $17 per contract. Selling at $47 per contract. So pretty big move, pretty big play. And then it ended up going up to $150 per contract from $17 per contract. So if you feel like, oh, like I can't get into options because they're too expensive, Man, you could trade stocks like this, IWM, QQQ, and get some pretty cheap contracts and make a ton of money, okay? Anyways, if you like this video, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll make more videos like this if you want to see these pretty easy explanations of how to make pretty simple money. If you use this strategy, volume RSI, EMA's crossing over, you don't need anything else. You don't need ICT, SMC, freaking 1, 2, 3. You don't need none of that stuff, okay? All that fake stuff. Just simple strategy. It'll tell you if it's going up or if it's going down. That's all you need to know. Is the stock going up? Is the stock going down? All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. It's Mr. Fit to Flourish, your boy, and I'm outie. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.